Good day, friends, or rather good night, friends. Today I'm going to be showing you how I did my layering boxes for my layers. As you can see, things are about to get interesting. What you see here is some corrugated rusted sheets. Stick around and you'll see how things go. As you can see here, I have my babies here. We're doing this for them. Also, you have your babies. Stick around and see how it goes. Let's get going. The material you're gonna need a bar. Also gonna need this wire so that I'll show you what to do with it. You're gonna need 2 bars, the first one and also the second one over there, the one you see I'm busy poking there. They're gonna become handful. You can use whatever you have, guys. So this is how we did with it. You tie the wire to the bars so that they can merge. Make sure it's not loose so that this thing can be strong. You see how I'm shaking it doesn't come out. And then yeah, this is how it's gonna go, guys. You'll see. I'll make sure that you understand. So here, guys, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna use that bar and that wire to cut this corrugated iron sheet. As you can see, the first thing first, you want to take your shovel and try to make an opening for your thing, for your wire to come through. And then you take your wire and your bar combination, you measure and see how deep it's gonna go. This is an easy process, guys. Stick around with me and you'll see how it goes. Stay with me now, okay? Yes, you put it there. Make sure that your feet are on the iron sheet, and then make sure that you have power. You see, it's like you're pulling it up. This thing slices it in 2. Don't say I didn't teach you anything. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. It makes a clean sheet, guys. Make sure that when you cut this thing, you measure. Even if you have a vacuum pen like to help you make it straight, that would be much better. Take a vacuum pen and draw a straight line in between the iron sheet, and then this will help make your thing straight, because without something that's showing you the line, the thing is going to be straight, but not going to be that straight. I'm going to show you how mine turned out, because I did not have a vacuum pen to mark around where I'm going to go. So yes, after doing the first part, you do the second part exactly how I showed you with the first part. Just gotta be careful when you're working with such materials. Make sure you're wearing safe clothes. I needed gloves here, so my gloves, I couldn't find them, and I was like, no man, let me just continue. But this is dangerous. So you see how clean this thing cuts. This is what we need. This is what we want. Yes, you put your feet over there, you put pressure. You see how clean this cuts? I was so surprised when I learned this technique. It's so clean. Someone would claim that you're using a grinder or something. As you can see, guys, as I'm cutting through, my line is starting to rather not be straight. This is where you need the marker, because when you have the marker, it will help you have a straight line. And then here I have reached the limit. When you reach the limit, you take that thing again, take the lower bar, place it back so that you can continue cutting your thing, your iron sheet. Make sure that your cut is clean, because if your cut is not clean, the chicken is gonna be hurt in the chicken coop, because they'll be walking around minding their business. Sling is letting their feet, sling is letting their skin, sling is letting their head, and then they get infected and then they die. And then they infect the other chickens, and then there's gonna become a crisis. So be careful when you're dealing with such materials, okay? Yes, this is how we do it, guys. Pressure. Even females can do this one. I don't think it's male orientated. Even females can do this one. Just know the technique. It doesn't require that much of strength, okay? That bare minimum strength you have, it'll be okay? It'll be okay. And someone might ask me, why did I use this rusted old corrugated sheets? It's because us as startups, us as starting, when we start with poultry farming, We start with nothing, guys. You need to understand. We don't have money. The money that we have spent on buying the chickens, buying the feeds. I cannot stress enough about the feeds price, guys. Yes, we take that money and you buy everything. So I didn't have money to buy new iron sheet. Okay, I did, but like I was like, let me just recycle, okay? Help Earth become a better place. So that's what I did. Exactly, that's what I'm doing, guys. Reusing the old corrugated sheet, and I heard there's a market for all corrugated sheet. If you're in the area, there's a market for second-hand corrugated sheet. Please use them. Buy them and use them because they're not that bad, okay? So here, guys, I was at the last part. The last part is kind of hard. It requires some power. This is how it is. It's not straight because I didn't have a marker, but the cut is clean. Hey, imagine if you had a marker. It would be very, very straight and clean. You would get the result that you want. So yes, guys, we had other corrugated sheet to do. With this ones, guys, I'm just gonna make a transition fast so that you can see how it goes, because I didn't want to put them here and be wasting your time watching the same thing again and again. So yeah, this one was a bit longer. Let's go. Ta-da! Just like that, guys. That's that we nail it. You got your thing in half. Well, another one. Let's go. There you have it, guys. I also had the bricks because we're doing some layering boxes, right? Don't forget, I have some bricks. I'll show you what I'll do with them. And these are my corrugated iron sheets. And those over there, those bottles, those 25 liters, I'm gonna use them to wash this corrugated iron, because you don't want infections to come into your house, okay? In a chicken coop, you don't want that. So stay with me now. This way I wash them. The water it is just tap water, clean water, okay, guys? I will come afterwards with the sanitizer so that I can disinfect these things, because trust me, you don't want infections in your house. It's better to prevent than to I forgot that line, but the prevention is better than curing, something like that. Also the bricks, guys, this is important. Also the bricks, you have to make sure that everything is clean. This is me with the sanitizer, disinfectant, making sure all the bacteria, all those things that are causing infections or whatever that is related that we don't want, related to health that we don't want, make sure the disinfectant does it, eliminate it. Even the bricks, guys, I couldn't stress enough about this. You see, now we hop into the next phase. At this phase, guys, you see how empty the chicken coop was. The chickens were starting to lay eggs everywhere. So the first thing that you want to do, I was using sawdust. I know, guys, sawdust, it is not that popular with the chickens, but I use sawdust as my chicken for my chicken bedding, okay? Okay, and then you take your bricks, you align them, measure probably like a space 1 meter in between, enough for like 2 chickens to lay, even though this is designated for only 1 chicken. And as for height, guys, make sure it's higher than your chickens by height. I could say 1 meter. Mine here is not 1 meter, it might be half a meter. It's not enough, okay? I need to add more bricks and take this thing higher. As you can see how clean it is. It's very, very clean. It is very, very clean. I was so, for the fact that this is my first time trying this, it's so impressive, guys. Okay, it is clean and air can come in, and also it can be warm if it needed to be warm. So I had to continue doing this. I did the other side too. This other side, guys, I don't know what happened. I had too much this thing, the bedding this side, it is not even. You know, when you're a certain farmer, you don't know a lot of things you learn along the way. So I did use a lot of bedding, and someone told me not to use this sawdust, because the chickens would cough and sneeze and get lungs problems. Yes, the person was right, but I'm a startup farmer. We'll see how it goes. You need to experience, guys. Even though don't experience with too much money, Okay, so it works well for me, guys. And then this are my chickens. How you see how many there are? If you can guess the number in the comment section, I'm sending one to you. Trust me. And they're laying eggs. They've started now to lay eggs. They're like 2 weeks earlier from laying eggs. So I need to prepare, because it's a sign for me to prepare. You see, this side I had ran out of bricks. The one thing that you can do is to just prepare 100%. Buy everything. If you buy everything and measure everything, you know you won't have the such problem that I'm having. But if you are a farmer and you can make means, then make means. Make sure you get these bricks. You make sure you recycle, you reuse. Everything will be good. Okay. Yes, this is me. I had a problem because the sawdust that side, it was kind of big, and not kind of big, kind of compacted, and it was a lot that side. So I ran into a problem, because after aligning everything here, when I put back the sawdust, it was still not giving me the right ratios, meaning that the space in between the space in between the recycled rooftop, that one, as you can see, that one I'm putting up, and the bedding, it was too small. So the chickens, when they needed to get inside, they needed to crawl, which is not a good thing. But you'll see, we are humans. You have to do what you gotta do. You have a brain, so use it guys. Use a brain. What I did here is I tried to level this sawdust. It was a lot. I haven't had an idea of taking it to the other side where the chickens are. But one thing that I've realized about having a two dot, what I mean by two dot, I mean the chicken coop is a whole, right? And you have 2 entrances to the chicken coop. What I mean is, I have the first entrance, which is the one the cameraman is standing at, and also I have another entrance where the chickens. I'll show you the other entrance, or you should just check my other videos. So the benefit that I've got from getting the 2 dot chicken coop, it's that the chickens, when they get older, they trust me guys, these chickens are explorers. They want to go out and explore. And imagine if you forget to close the door properly, you'll find the whole flock outside. And worst part, they fly. So they'll fly over your fence, they'll fly over your wall, they will fly and get away. And you know how people are, you will never find them. You can recover maybe like 20% of your chickens if they manage to get out. So that will be a big loss. So the 2 dot system, it allows me to enter the chicken house with ease, without thinking that the chicken might come out and run if I make a mistake. So here we have the what feeders. I'm joking. The hangers feeders. Okay, these are feeders, guys. They call them the whole figures or something. They're supposed to hang. So yeah, I was measuring how they will hang, and here's the final result, guys. You see how they are. But the chickens were very skeptical at first. They didn't want to get inside those things. So what I did here, I gave them some time and see how they react. We had another problem. These chickens were busy eating the cut box that I put up. The reason why I put up the cut boxes is because, see how short these corrugated irons are. On the other side, there's a hole, and I was not sure about that hole, so I put these boxes. Well, yes, they did good for some time, but the chickens started to eat them. I didn't like that, so eventually I took them out. You see how clean it is? It was very, very clean. I liked it. I very, very much liked it. So yes, it was very, very clean. This is how our final result are. So I put in some feeds. I give them some feeds so that they become comfortable with the place and move around and know that this is their home now. There's no turning back. The problem, they're starting to eat the boxes. You see over there. You see, they're busy eating the boxes. And like, this was starting to become a problem to me. I was starting to ask myself many questions that how am I gonna deal with this one, because they're eating the boxes, and if I remove the boxes, the iron sheets are not gonna create much darkness. Because the reason why I made these layer boxes is because I wanted them to lay there, and like when they lay, they need something like a darker place so that they feel free, they feel like they're alone, they're not naked and being seen. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, the chickens are eating the boxes. Yeah, I will need to remove them. When I remove them, this reduces the amount of light. But here it is, guys. Later that night, guess what I got? Guess what I got later that night? We got results, guys. We got 2 eggs. These chickens of mine are early layers, so we got 2 eggs. Later that night, we got 2 eggs in the layering boxes where I want them to be, because when they're there, it allows them to not be crushed by other chickens. That's safe, because in those layering boxes we can get probably 3 or 4 chickens, which is not. You see, guys, this is the results. So you can try it at home. Trust me, you won't regret. It's nice. You can even do a double story if you want to. I think I'm gonna do that if this is not enough. I'm gonna escalate this thing and try to use more better materials, and we'll continue. This is how it went, guys. This is how it went. You can do it at home. And then if you have any questions, please, guys, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'm here for you, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll make sure I'll catch you in the next video. Us from the Maake Poultry Farm, we say peace out. Thank you.